I did. Thank you.
Okay.
I think my computer was having a meltdown because the next meeting I got into, I had the same problem. So I just restarted my computer. No problem.
Good to go. Yeah, I've been my last meeting Friday, same thing. I couldn't hear nobody, but I wasn't getting no sound from YouTube or anything else. So, one of my meetings I ended up doing the audio through my phone, but sharing screen. And then today, the meeting I just got off, I was like, no, we ain't doing all that. Let me restart. I restarted, and it worked out. Worked out fine.
I love
Okay, so let me stop my video. We don't need that. And let's go to here. Okay, you see?
it. I see. I see.
Okay. All right. So this is kind of where we're at. I'm not sure if we got like the A2P verified or whatever.
Go down to settings, all the way to the bottom. There you are. And phone numbers up a little bit above beta.
Phone numbers.
Yep. You go to Trust Center, top. I pointed like you could see it. You're approved.
We're
Go
approved.
back. Go back to manage numbers. Back up the top next to Trust Center. You don't have any phone numbers.
No, I didn't know I was approved.
You're approved.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. They
I don't
did
know
say
what their
something about.
protocol is.
They did say something about one more step. Yeah, it's a bunch of click this, click that, go here, type this, copy this, paste that, whatever. I was just following directions.
Yep. So you'll go through and do that. Well, what can I help you with on this?
I don't really know at this point. uh, I think next step, really honestly, and I hate to waste your time, but maybe pushing this meeting back just to figure out for me to figure out kind of how we're gonna utilize it and then get you paid so you can help us, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ways that I already know that ways I can help you based off of that sheet that you have. That's the biggest thing. Like you have a sheet already, and that's that's your linchpin basically. That's the thing that's causing all your issues right now. Is you're taking paper notes and printing out paper and then having to keep track of that paper and then input it. Where if you could just have one place to input that, then you would be cutting off a lot of steps.
Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, so basically manage everything through here, right?
That'd be the ticket.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Would this run, and I don't really know, I don't know this, the program or whatever, would this run the whole business as far as like pushing it off to uh from leads, naturally managing different pipelines of leads if they're hot, cold, follow up, etc., or from prospects to leads, then to possibly disposition or
Yeah, hit
a
go back. Hit go back.
go back.
No, not that go back. There's an actual button that says go back. Down, down,
Uh,
down, left. There you go. Now click on opportunities, which is down a little bit, and go to pipelines. Up, up. One more. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's fine. Either way. So there's these pipelines that are already pre-built: a seller pipeline, a follow-up pipeline, a cash buyer acquisition seller pipeline. So
Okay.
these are what is already pre-built inside of Unapologetic.
I think I built this one out the other day based on one of Caroline's. Yeah,
Nice.
I built this one out. Just started doing something with it, playing with it.
Yeah, that's a long one. I like to keep them shorter so they stay on one screen. So you probably have like,
Okay.
in my perspective, you probably have like 4 or 5 different pipelines all tangled up inside that thing,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because you got like all this stuff, and then you kind of get to offer needed, offer rejected. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's whatever works best for you, honestly. But like these under contracts, like yeah, some of those in there, I would move to a different pipeline
Okay.
just to keep it cleaner. Because when you start scrolling side to side and you have a lot of leads in there, it's going to get real weird.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Uh, but the other thing is that you're able to open up an opportunity and select where that opportunity moves to. So you don't have to like drag and drop things all the time. So it's a little bit of both. You'll figure out what works best for you. But you got that, so that's great.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, as far as I do have last week, I got 2 contracts locked up. I'm waiting on somebody. I'm paying. Well, I say I'm paying, I'm not paying, but somebody's getting 50% of dispo. Um, I think pretty sure I'm gonna lock up another contract today.
Nice.
So kind of, I want some of that. I really want some of that to go through before I fork out, as far as any money, right? This will be amazing to get set up, like you said, because right now I am working off of all of this crap. Leads. This is where I'm putting, stops for the day. Then if I talk to them and they're going to follow up, I'll put them here. While I'm at the house, I fill out a lead sheet, which has a lot more information. It's just kind of like my driving sheet.
Hmm.
Any addresses that were vacant. Maybe I talked to the neighbor or something, or did a little bit more digging and got in touch with somebody. I put here. Then that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Do you have a screenshot of your lead sheet? What does that look like?
Okay, so uh,
Is that your business, Superior Roadrunners?
yeah, that's one of them. That's my wholesaling. That's my the wholesaling, the perishable food products business.
I love it.
So like the Dane, you probably seen them when you go into Circle K or even Racetrack has them. It's called Bon Appetit. They're almost like Little Debbie and Hostess. We got Danishes,
Yeah.
muffins, donut. Okay, Bon Appetit. So we pretty much, I got drivers that distribute, Bon Appetit to pretty much all Southern Louisiana.
That's awesome.
So this is one of them.
This is the sheet you take out into the field with you?
No, I'll arrange these. So like what I'm taking out into the field are the ones I was showing you earlier. This. Actually, I lied. I'm taking all 3 out. I'm taking these because some of these I'm putting in from auction.com every week and straight from the county. And then I'm taking this also. But what I'll do is I'll upload. So I have these in another sheet where it's sorted out by, say Marrero, New Orleans, different cities.
Hmm.
And what I'll do is I'll copy the addresses and I'll go into Route Excel. I'll paste them. You can paste up to 20, and then I'll route my route, right? I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, if I'm knocking 20 doors that day, all the way up to 20, right? And
Yeah.
then if I'm doing 30 doors that day, I'll put the extra 10 stops in Route Excel separate. Um, but anyway, I put them in the Route Excel from here. They go in the Route Excel, and I'll write down on this sheet that I have printed out that you're looking at. Like 1, 2, 3, 4,
You
5,
print
6,
out
7, 8, 9, 10.
you print out this sheet as well.
Yes, I have this sheet printed out. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
They're on the sheet like this that I have printed out, they're
Yeah.
all separated by, cities.
Okay.
So like I have
Perfect.
all my New Orleans, all my Metairie, all my Kenner, all my Gretna, all my Belle Chase, Marrero, etc. Does that make sense? All together.
Right. So you have them organized by property city, so you can,
Yes.
and that's how you're doing your Route XL as well, right?
Yes. Correct. Correct. Correct.
That's cool.
That's kind of the process as of now. And then, like I said, any other, like when I go to auction.com, like today when we get off the phone, I'm gonna go to auction.com, pull all the new addresses, and I'm gonna add it to this sheet, and I'm gonna check the county, and then add it to here. And like some of these, I have to update today. So I got to update this. But anyway, long story short, I'll add it to here with no name, and then I'll route it out. And then if I'm commingling like this list with the other list, I'll add those in there also, those addresses in there, right? And then when I'm driving to the property, I'll look up their name and then handwrite it in here. And then when I get back, I'll update it. Does that make
Got it.
sense?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I know there's probably a better way. And say I get back and I got a note like this address, it was vacant. I can tell it's vacant, long grass, whatever. I'll take the address, copy it, and add it to this list. Or if I get in touch with somebody and I create a lead sheet, like they want to move and they're, whatever, they're kind of hot or warm or, whatever the case may be, I'll take it off of this sheet and add them to the follow-up sheet.
You got a system, man. You really do.
It's a hectic system, but it's working.
I got it. But I like it. I like it.
I
Okay.
got I got a big ass clipboard.
You look like a pro door knocker. You got a big clipboard.
Yeah, I got an iPad too. I just don't take it out of the car.
Um,
But it's cool because like I got all of these on my iPad too. So like if I wanted to, when I'm hitting these lists or the other lists, I don't have the other list on my iPad. I'll take it out. I don't know. I'd rather my clipboard than an iPad.
I get you. Sometimes it's a little. It's. You're probably more used to the clipboard than the iPad, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
Maybe
absolutely.
we slowly get you over to the iPad because it's going to save you so much time.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely,
okay,
so much time.
I'm with it.
You can pull up unapologetic on your iPad. You can. I mean, assuming you have cell service on that thing. You
So
can,
I don't, but I can connect it to. That's why like these sheets right here I have offline. So like when I update them by my house, they update in the iPad because I have those sheets offline or whatever. And then when I leave, I got the updated sheets on the iPad. But I do have a work phone with where you can share the service and I can bank off of that or whatever.
yeah, I love that. That's the best. Just keep
Okay.
your phone hotspot rocking and rolling, and then you can use Go High Level account you're using unapologetic, but it's simply just Go High Level, and you can just work straight from the contact itself. I can already see it. Your life once you get through the period of from switching from pencil and paper to your iPad, you're gonna save so much more time. You really are.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. Anything to save time for sure. Let me ask you this. Like, so a lot of this, like, they're basically prospects, right? Um,
Mhm.
even this sheet I got right here that I'm still hitting, that long sheet I just showed you, I'm
Yeah.
still hitting. They're basically all prospects until, I get in touch with them or, I research them more and get in touch with them or they're ready to go. Would I upload like all the prospects in there or not until they become leads?
So the prospects, that is, that's like that big sheet, right?
Yeah, and some of these just doors I haven't knocked yet.
Got it. Yeah, I would put them all into like a prospects pipeline.
Okay.
And then if you go over to the pipeline,
Prospect.
right? So I would create a prospect pipeline. And this is where you want to do it now. You want to create a new one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, toggle that back on. I've never toggled that. So I don't know what it does. So go into settings in the bottom left hand corner and go into pipelines. Create a new pipeline. and now do prospects. Yep. Now, this is where you would go through and figure out, okay, what are the different stages? Like, can I break my prospects down into 5 stages and keep it to minimal stages, right? Because that's the key, simplicity. 5 stages or less. And once you get them to the fifth stage, the next stage is they move to a different pipeline. Maybe that's leads or something else. But I would work on figuring out what your pipeline is inside and what the stages are so that you can, instead of having that big long Excel spreadsheet, and you may still use Excel, like I don't know, because you're using the Route Excel and you're doing driving directions. So there's a lot going on here. But from like the perspective that I see is I would put all of those prospects into, you know, into a stage, right? Like, if it's just stage one where all new prospects go to, and
Right.
then as they become different types of prospects, you can move them through that pipeline.
Okay. Yeah, I'll play with that a little bit. Maybe you first come in, you need to knock, and you would do it in order, right? So like needs to knock. Okay, knocked.
I would make the
And
first
then
one new lead
okay,
because they're all going to live in the new lead before they go to the next one. Well, I guess your new lead would be also needs to knock. I don't know. Like, is there any place that it would go to that where it wouldn't go from new leads to needs to knock? Is there any reason it would be disqualified before it goes into needs to knock?
no,
Okay,
because
then
we
maybe it
knock,
is.
and then maybe if it's vacant, right? That's a new
Yeah.
pipeline. I'm thinking.
So I would use Miro and really think about it and just
Okay.
like arrange it in a way that makes sense for you so that you have all these different lists. You need to get these lists into the CRM so that when you're out in the field, you can just pull up the GHL either, probably on your iPad. It'll probably pull up the web version, is my guess. There's an app, but the app doesn't do as many things. So when you're
Okay.
just out in the field, you can pull up the unapologetic, app.unapologeticresults, rei.com, and you'll find that contact, and you'll just open up that contact, and we can build all sorts of stuff in there, all the questions, all the things that you need to move forward, and really help organize you and give it
Okay.
direction.
Yeah. 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 No, that's good. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll my main thing I say right now is naturally I want to get some money into this business before I'd say that definitely I'm gonna need it. We're gonna need it, right? Because I got another guy knocking, well, two other guys. One's kind of part time knocking also.
Nice.
So we're definitely gonna need it in the future. I do want to get some deals closed on the books.
I love it.
Then we
And
can. I'd be
remember, it's a slow process. Like we're not going to go. None of this is all going to happen at once. It's
right.
going to take time because we got to test it too and make sure it makes sense for you guys. Like as you're, because I want to educate you. Like my goal is to educate you so you can learn how to build this for your team. Because then you're going to be like, ah, my team said this sucks. And you're like, cool, I'll just go fix this thing that I built before because I know how to build this
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
stuff.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a good objective, right? Right now, not knowing nothing, but yeah, no, that's definitely a good objective. Like you said, because it won't be, you know, I think it's all going to be slow, right? Even from getting leads to figuring out exactly how, like we're going right now, right? Like exactly, okay, we got prospects. What does that look like? What stages? And I got a good grasp. I started knocking like 3 weeks ago now, maybe a little over 3 weeks ago. And so I mean, I'm getting a good grasp of it. Uh, but yeah, I think it's all going to be a slower learning process as long as we're making money while we're doing it. That's all that matters.
That's it, man. That's it. Cool. So when should I follow up with you again?
Let me look at my calendar.
I still see your screen, by the way.
Okay. Stop presenting. Turn camera on. Right. I just had a missed call from lead.
That's fine.
Yes. They're in bargaining stage of denial. Auctions in on Wednesday.
Amazing. Good for them.
Time for bargaining's out the window.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's do I hate to say a week.
Yeah, week, 10 days, whatever you want, man.
Okay, so let's do 10. Okay, can we do I guess it'd be the so 1 week would be the 25th. Okay, can we do like the 29th
Yeah, what time?
Friday, which would be 11 days?
Sure. What time?
Uh, what time zone you in?
Eastern.
Eastern. So you're an hour ahead of me.
Yeah, you're central, right?
Yeah, it's 11:30 here right now.
12:30.
Okay. So yeah, let's do. You want to do 10 o'clock again? Does that work for you? 11 o'clock your time?
11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. Yeah.
If not, we can do earlier. It's up to you.
No, no. Friday is the 29th at 11, 11 a.m. Eastern time. All right, Friday the 29th, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Cool. All right, I'm going to put it in there. You'll get it in a second.
Okay. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Cool, you got it.
Damn. It already added it. I put meet him with William and go high level discovery.
Yep,
Good to go. Bill, Mr. Bill.
you did. All right, send me a text if you need any help between now and then, man.
All right, I sure will, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I
All right.
appreciate you,
Bye.
buddy.